You are listening to the Kevin and Bean Show, hearing that song and going, I know that dude, but I can't place it. It's a new one from My Chemical Romance from their brand new album out today everywhere called Danger Days, The True Lives of the Fabulous Killjoys. By the way, I don't know if you guys read your own press or not. Some bands don't like to see what people have to say about them. New Musical Express in Britain, very reputable, says that this is the best rock record of the year by such a margin that you actually feel rather embarrassed for everyone else.
I didn't know that's what Enemy stood for.
Wow.
That's the first time I ever heard that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How is that what you take away from that? The part right after that was the best rock album of the year.
To which I say, in a world where Justin Bieber is still recording, hell no, sir. Hell no, sir. You can't be best. You can only be second best. But that's quite a compliment, is what I'm telling you guys.
No, that stuff's really flattering. I think, especially this record's really been about, though, not paying attention to positive or negative press. Like, anything that kind of happens after today is basically, like, of no interest to me. And I think that's kind of how there was a lot of the thinking going into making the album was to, like, let's just put it out and run. Like setting a bomb off.
And then you're gone by the time it goes off?
Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
Do you write songs with playing them on stage in mind? Because it seems like, especially that last one and a bunch of your songs seem like they really translate well to performing live.
We used to, right? And on Parade, then we kind of, that's when it started that we didn't, and then we was trying to figure out how to do them live. This time, I don't think we thought about it at all.
Either way.
Yeah.
I don't think we thought about
it's like an afterthought, because like when you write a song like, say like Planetary Go, or
I have a clip of it. You want to hear, this is Planetary Go. Tell us, is there anything we need to know about this before we play the clip?
Go ahead, Fred.
Well, this is a song I think we've been trying to write for like 6 years.
Yeah.
We've always wanted to write like a dancey beat kind of song, and it emerges on some of the records, but we never got to the point where like we succeeded in it.
This is called Planetary Go. Come on.
I just want to dance.
Listen to that.
It's a banger.
And that's the thing, like you listen to it and you're like, oh man, I just want to see these kids dance. I can't wait to play this live.
Yeah.
So
the next clip I have is The Only Hope for Me Is You.
Oh, cool.
What do we need to know about that?
This was one of the songs from the first attempt, but it dramatically changed in order to live on Danger Days, and it was
so is that a completely different form?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was, yeah. And it's, Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. I gotta tell you, you're one of those bands, and there are very few out there that don't do bad songs.
Oh, thank you.
No, seriously, in my opinion, that's the problem with selling CDs, is they get one or two good songs on it, and then they get filler. Well, and then nobody wants to buy the whole thing.
That was, I think, a big contribution to kind of what happened with the
whole music business, right?
I think it was that. Like I think a lot of people would blame piracy, and obviously that has a big problem to do with it. But I think it was like the low quality.
There's 12 songs, you like 2 or 3. That's all.
And that's not.
And
I remember getting burned so many times.
Yeah.
But then I remember when I got a great full album, and those are bands I still listen to. So.
There's one called Party Poison. Come on.
This is My Chemical Romance in studio with us here on the Kevin and Bean Show, talking about the brand new record out today called Danger Days. I am usually not smart enough to track with the overall grand themes of concept albums. And I understand that there is kind of a story that we could follow along throughout the course of this new record if we wanted to. We don't have to, but there is one, right?
Well, it's got kind of this high concept. There isn't really no story. So it's basically like a transmission from 2019 via pirate radio station in opposition to a utopian city. And that's the high concept. And then
I saw that on your site. I was clicking on those different channels and stuff, and I was like, I'm not smart enough.
Oh, yeah, you don't need to
understand what this means.
You know what you're talking about? We're sitting here making it up as we go along. We're making it up. All that stuff, we're making it up.
I kept clicking on one after another, and I was like, well, what am I missing?
No, you're not missing anything.
Okay.
There's
just trying to create a world that you can live inside, and kind of hear the lines and color outside them.
All right.
Yeah.
We couldn't be more excited to welcome you guys back, and we're really excited about seeing you on stage for the first time in a long time for us at the Gibson Amphitheater on Saturday night. You know, your buddies, the Smashing Pumpkins, are playing that night as well.
We're very excited about that.
Also, some of Southern California's most legendary bands, Social Distortion and Bad Religion, both on the same bill. Jimmy Eat World is going to be there. Cake, A Day to Remember, The Dirty Heads, Amberlin, Switchfoot. It's an unbelievable lineup, and thanks to the Kevin Bean listeners who have already sold this thing out, by the way, with all the proceeds going to great local charities. But we'll have a chance to talk to you some more when we see you there in a couple weeks. But welcome back, My Chemical Romance.
Thank
Seriously.
you, guys.
But
Thanks so much for coming in, too.
Next time, don't make it so long. That's what we're saying.
All right.
3 or 4 months.
We
we'll get
promise
you.
this time. We promise.